let's compare this team on paper to the team that went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Really, it was like 15 months ago. No one thought that team was going to the Super Bowl. They surprised maybe even themselves. Definitely Adam Rank, who had them going 3-13. I had them going 6-10, just to be fair. How does this team compare? Better or worse? Where are the differences? Where are the similarities? Jack, you can lead us off.
I think when you look at this team right now on paper as they're currently constructed, they're pretty close to the same thing. They really haven't lost very many guys from that team. You know, I think their wide receivers, 1 and 2 wide receivers, are better than the starters were on that team in 2019. You're better at left tackle than you were then. I think you just upgraded your center spot. Right guard might be a little bit of a question mark, but Brunskill, I think, is going to be able to be better if he's the set guy that sets there and he's playing at right guard the entire season instead of all the flip-flopping like they did in 2020. I think he'll be better than Person was. So on the offensive side of the ball, I think they're going to be pretty darn good. Just really depends on what they do here with this draft pick. And then on the defensive side of the ball, you really haven't lost anything. You've kind of upgraded. If Jason Verrett stays healthy, you've upgraded your cornerback spot. I think Jason Verrett's going to be better than Richard Sherman was. The other side's still the same guy. Your 2 safeties are the same. Your linebackers are the same. The only guy that you've lost off of the defense is DeForest Buckner, really. That's a big loss to the interior pass rush, and you've lost D Ford on the edge. So, you know, if Ebicom can come in and fill that role of D Ford and allow Eric Armstead to step inside, I think you're looking at a team that's going to be pretty similar to 2020 to 2019. Just based off of that, depth's not going to be as strong, I don't think, but they got I think it's going to be really close.
I think you also got to take into account the coaches too. So I think 2019 one is better. I mean, I think we're projecting 21 to be way better than 2019. That's for sure. Cause I mean, now, you know, we now know how they fare when some of these players are healthy and through the development. But I'd say if we're trying to be like 2021 versus 2019, I'd say like 19 was better now that we know in hindsight, just because of, once again, I just think we're really underrating what Robert Saleh was doing. D'Amico Ryan, still a question mark. You don't know how Bosa's going to come off a torn ACL. D Ford, I'm just pretty much chalking him up as a miss. And, you know, like Jack said, it's about Ebicom, which at that point he's a variable. And then even Matt LaFleur, I know the offense is still going to be clicking, but how many times has Kyle Shanahan raved about having McDaniels and LaFleur help him crunch the numbers, crunch the playbook, and just build a plan scheme for the week. So, and then the right side of the offensive line is even more of a question mark than it was in 19. You know, I know that left side looks pretty solid, but I just think there's some question marks there too. I mean, it'd be one thing if like maybe you knew that rookie quarterback was really going to be somewhat very like to stellar degree for in rookie sense. But I think right now it's not looking. I think 19 is the favorite. It's just still going to have to just play out as how we see when it's all said and done.
I think the Buckner loss is really significant. I still think he was the best player on that defense that year, or at least the co-best player. Losing him had a domino effect, I thought. But still, other than that, they lost Kendrick Bourne. That's important. But they gained Jason Verrett. They didn't have Jason Verrett in 2019, and he's a better corner than anyone they had on that team. He's significant. You could make the argument that it really is 6-1, half dozen the other. It's the same team. It's just the reason people don't have confidence in it is because of one guy, quarterback. And it's fair. I mean, no one believes in Jimmy Garoppolo. Last year, Niner fans had his back after the Super Bowl loss. I think they might have been a little bit of shock, but it was like, no, forget Tom Brady or trading for Aaron Rodgers or whatever. We're sticking with Jimmy. Now it's like, we can't go one more day with this guy. We got to get someone else. So is it either injury-prone Jimmy? Is it the rookie? Who knows? But until they solidify the quarterback position, it's hard to take him seriously. Although, if Jimmy comes out and plays 16 games, he can do what he did 2 years ago. Maybe the Niners are like the bizarro version of the San Francisco Giants who won every even year. Maybe they're an odd year team, guys. Hard to say.